Welcome, welcome. This is Real Talk with New Order live on Power 108.9 Radio. In the studio, I have my co-host, Mr. Noki Harden. Happy birthday, bro.
Hey, thanks, man. Hey, thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is your day you was born, man.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, how's everything going?
Oh, everything good.
That's cool, that's cool.
Yep.
Do anything special today?
Nah, man, just
Just
falling
lucky
back.
we alive, huh?
That's it.
Okay,
Bless.
okay.
Yep.
Well, today's show, man, we're gonna do a special tribute to John Drummond. Matter of fact, you brought it to my attention, and this is gonna be kind of hard for me because John go back way before anybody, that was before you was around, and he had a vision. He said, "Gerald, you know what? We're going through our ups and downs, but I see New Order in different cities and states, and you're gonna be traveling and doing a great work around the country," and it came true. Obviously he's not here to continue the journey with us, man. But he's more like like when my brother passed. He came up to Ohio. So he was more of family, bigger than any organization.
Yeah.
That's why when he passed away, a lot of people was hitting me up one-on-one, former members, and things like that. So it's been kind of rough. But like I said earlier, we all got to go someday.
Yeah.
But John was a true soldier, bro, dedicated for over 15 years, man.
Yeah. I wanted to. I was wondering, how did he come to be a part of New
I'm
Order?
gonna tell you what happened was I was working at this job and I just tapped this brother on his shoulder. He looked at me, okay, who was this tapping me like this? And then once I started explaining, what I do in the community, his shield came down because John been through some stuff, but God turned his life around.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, just give me a chance, man. I want to invite you to a meeting, and things like that. So I finally convinced him. Shannon Swearington, the former vice president, was there. And he was like, wow, brother, you really doing some things, But what really convinced him is that when he lived in Dayton, Ohio, some person that he worked with was from Toledo. And he said that he's a part of this organization. And his dad, about my dad, the guy said, yeah, I know his dad. So it kind of brought the wall down a little bit more.
Yeah.
And he been down ever since, man. I mean, his story is very, very unusual as well, man. But, he didn't ever give up. He done seen the ups and downs about the organization. And he did a lot of conflicts when people didn't get along the organization. So there'll never be another chief of staff like him, period. It's hard. For some reason, I catch myself about to call his cell phone. I'm like, wait a minute, John, if he answers his phone, I'm a trip. But it's like, it's to that point now. You never go speak to him no more. You know what I mean? Last time he heard my voice is when he was in the hospital. He was coming back. He got out the ICU, and his brother was in the hospital. He said, just put the phone to his ear. So I said, what's up, John, New Order for Life? But his brother was telling me he was nodding and all that. Because, John lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
So it was a shock, man. It was very shock. It's like losing a blood family member.
Yeah.
I know you had different conversation with him on the phone, right? He spoke highly of you,
Yeah.
He spoke highly of you, bro.
Yeah.
Remember the comments he used to put?
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that?
That's what made me take such a liking for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think he was open minded. Not only that, he was
Cool
a great
with
talent.
everybody. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's our theme song. Yeah.
Yeah. That's some, and that's the reason why I was so compassionate about, trying to, give a memorial
Right.
presentation,
Right.
to
Thank
him
you for
and his,
bringing this to my attention, man. This is
Yeah.
most definitely got to give him his flowers,
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to so that we can, those of us that still here, we can be in accordance with, celebrating his life.
Right.
I know we couldn't make it to the funeral and things of that nature, but we could at least, keep him in heart and mind.
Believe me, he's down
know.
here smiling. Say, y'all keep doing what we're doing. Matter of fact, next Saturday, the one that's here in Atlanta, because he's well loved everywhere. We're going to have a small gathering at the Golden Corral. It's in Lawrenceville. I wish I had the address on me, but it's on my page. And we just go sit around, man, and how did you remember John? You know what I mean? Former members coming out. Of course you invited. Hopefully you can make it as well. And it's some people flying in from my hometown to be a part of this. Because when I had posted on Facebook, it's been a lot of hits, man, a lot of likes. I was like, whoa, we need to do something here in Atlanta. You know, some person hit me up and said, "Y'all need to do something here in Dayton. I went to school with them." I said, "Well, y'all gonna have to do that." You know, but it just showed me, man, that you know, God brought a good guy in my life. You know, and
Yeah.
he was New Order for life.
Yeah.
You know, but he used to say, "Man, what's that smart brother doing on videos?" Which I remember when we first met, he was like, "Who was Noki?" He used to share your stuff all the time. Remember?
Yeah.
When we gonna do them videos again?
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, you know, John, he most definitely, man, was intriguing, and I liked it his
It's like he
his
got along
talent.
with everybody too, man.
Yeah, great spirit,
Right.
you know. But his musical
You like his
genius.
music and stuff too?
Yeah, that's like that song, the song with
Right,
the intro.
right.
Man, I think it's powerful. It's something that I think, man, it should be shared with the world.
Right.
You
You know,
know?
I'm gonna try to you never know, man. I'm gonna try to really get that song out there. Then I'm gonna come have him play it at the memorial thing coming up next Saturday at 1:00. So if anyone interested out there, please call New Order 1-800-346-5138. If you're here locally in the area, you can come to. You're invited to the memorial service celebration for John Drummond. There'll be no other, that job. Be honest, man. Number's still on my phone. He's still on the website as the chief of staff. You know, people say, "Joe, you gotta let it go." It's just the fact that it's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah, I mean, that's understandable. You know what I'm saying?
But he used to get on me now, bro.
His legacy is still with you.
Right. He used to get on me now. And he also, he was the type of person, if any conflict within the organization, he'd kind of bring both parties together and talk it out.
Mm-hmm.
And believe me, he used to get on, but it was out of love. I remember in Toledo when we was getting a lot of calls from my hometown, and I kind of say, why we keep getting all these calls from Toledo? Is anybody doing anything? So some local activists found out about it, so they started trending me on Facebook. They said, Gerald, you was wrong on that. We bigger than that. We're a national human rights organization, and you carry yourself very unprofessional. So when he seen something negative, he'll call me.
Yeah.
Because he's seen bigger dreams in this organization. And it basically came true.
Yeah.
It came true. So.
Yeah. Not only that, when you're a leader, when you're in a leadership role, you got what is called a leadership code of conduct.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So what he doing or what he was doing at that moment was telling you how you was overstepping the boundaries as a leader.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Same way if it was a king or a queen or what have you. You got protocols. You got ways, or if you charismatic like that,
right.
where they say you got to be refined in a particular manner,
right?
With certain mannerisms. You know what I'm saying, to represent yourself as well as the people.
True. Yeah, I remember the time when I couldn't get up there. We was helping out an organization up in Dayton, Ohio. And he said, Gerald, I got this. He had traveled from Columbus to Dayton just to represent the organization, and things like that. So again, he was well loved. The Black Panthers up in Dayton, Ohio, had his back. Just how you meet someone just cool with everybody.
Yeah.
I know sometimes we have issues with other people, but he was the type of person that he just didn't want no drama. If a problem occurred, let's just fix it.
Right. What's the solution to it?
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Instead of arguing and bickering about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How we gonna remedy it?
That's true.
A lot of people people really want war. They you know how people is when they don't lean toward peace.
Right.
They lean toward war.
Right.
So if it's an issue, they want to fight it out. They don't want to solve it.
Right.
They don't want the peace.
That's true.
So they don't want the resolution.
Right.
They want to carry it on. Right. And I'm talking about it can be 10, 15 years down the line, and here it is.
Still talking about it.
Man, you still got the problem with this same person. And then the person might have been moved away to a whole nother location.
That's true.
Whole nother situation, and you still harboring
That's true.
hard feelings, about what happened yesteryears.
That's right. That's right.
No, yeah,
That's right. You know, when death occurs, kind of bring people together. Some people kind of forget what happened, the disagreements. It shouldn't come down to that.
yeah,
While we living, but that's a part of life.
yeah,
So John done made me apologize to people. I offended people because again, it's precious, man. You know what I'm saying? Be here today and be
yeah,
gone tomorrow, man. You could tell he's not here to do witnesses, but man, when his brother posted that and I posted that, and matter of fact, his mom, man, be thanking me and stuff like that, and they know about today's show. I hope they're watching. We got to give him flowers. I mean, she know him as a son, but he was like family to me.
yeah.
That's basically what was it.
Well, I know he advocated for my position a lot, and I was glad because.
Oh, did he? What did he say? He said, no need,
Yeah.
that was it. What did he say?
Oh yeah, man! Cause I was getting better and stuff, man. I was like, and he'll come to my rescue with the life preserver and
For
everything.
real?
Yeah, you remember when y'all was getting on me about Christmas, my kids and stuff.
Oh, John was debating with you?
Man, yeah, no, John come to my rescue. No, I understand.
Oh, okay,
This-
okay.
Yeah, John
okay.
let it be known. And that
Did he? I didn't know you had a
Yeah.
conversation. Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about he used to call in when we were doing
Right,
the podcast.
right.
Yeah, so
right.
he was being 100.
Right.
Some
right.
some people position be disingenuous to me.
True.
But I mean I accept it because
Right.
I understand.
Right.
They want to go with the tradition.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to people don't want to think outside that box.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I'm with it. But John, that was unique for somebody to come in
And
and
they didn't
chime
really
in.
know you,
Yeah,
huh?
because I don't know
'Cause
him
you
to
never
get
met
that.
him in person, right?
Yeah, and I don't normally get that. The response that I normally get from people is always be condescended
Mm-hmm.
and argumentative.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When I bring up a topic, an issue, a situation, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It don't never be. You know what? Let me think about that. Let me switch.
Right,
But
right.
John, I believe in my mind when John heard it, it resonated with him, and he instantly was like, you know what? Let me wrap my mind around this concept for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
He thought, boom, and then he came with his position, and his position was like, yeah, and the things that he chimed in with, I was like, yeah, and that's the reason why I think I gravitated toward his
Right.
opinion.
Right. I always tease Leonard, the vice president. Him and John should debate a lot of stuff on Facebook, but it's just out of love. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
Yeah,
he was just a well-rounded person, man. Things like that. I remember when we went to Toledo, he went with me to up to the TV station to do a interview. He said, "Jerry, I ain't never did this before now, but I think I could do it. I'm not really these type of, but he wasn't shy, and I learned a lot of things from him because again, he was not an angel. He told me some stories like, man, lucky you still alive here to tell me this story.
yeah.
So
Oh, he had
This
a
was
he
very
had a, he
unique,
had a
man.
he had a lot of knowledge as well.
Oh,
He was
very,
very
yeah.
intelligent. And I liked it to hear his opinion
right,
on certain things.
very
You-
smart brother.
And that's this something that I believe a lot of people need to pay attention to.
What's that?
Is when people say things,
Mm-hmm.
it may not be meant for you at that moment,
Gotcha.
and it may not be directed towards you. But the things that people say to us, if we give it a real genuine thought,
Mm-hmm.
and we can probably understand, what the person is trying to convey,
Right.
And
I want to give a shout out to our spokesperson, Red Fidel. Unfortunately, one of his best friends passed away. That's why he's not in the studio. He left me a message earlier and called me or whatever. So he's in Rome, Georgia right now. And I don't know if he knew John. I'm quite sure he probably heard his voice as well. But he just wanted to, told me to give him his regards or whatever. Like I said,
yeah.
people leaving this earth, bro,
Oh, every day,
every day.
and everybody got
What number are you?
everybody got their turn.
You're right. You're right.
It ain't.
You're right. You're
No.
right about that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember one time we traveled to Lima, Ohio. It's a guy named Tommy Vaughn. I played against basketball, elementary, junior high. He had a basketball camp, and that he does that. His dad was a legacy. His dad was the first black basketball player. Played at Ohio State University.
Yeah.
John had come from Columbus come from Dayton to Columbus to represent New Order, you know, and things like that. So he really was dedicated, man. You know, of course, he was a board of director as well. You know, so when we say not I but we, he definitely was you know, because when he moved back from to Ohio, you know, it was like, wow, you know how you get. It's just like you moved back to Chicago. We done kicked it so many times, and you like things didn't work out, you know. But he stayed connected.
Yeah.
He
Well,
stayed
man, if it
connected.
don't work out here, man, I don't think Chicago gonna be the place I'm going.
I know we here it's 80-something degrees, bro. You hear me? I can't live through no winter up north, man.
Man,
You're right. And there's so much killing in my hometown. It ain't like Chicago, but my hometown is crazy now, man.
Yeah. And not only that, man, I ain't wore a coat since I've been here.
For real, like a big coat.
Man, I ain't wore a coat yet. I ain't wore nothing but a windbreaker.
Remember the
Hey, and a hoodie.
Now, you remember the snowsuits, bro?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't do no
remember those, man.
I got one of them. I still got that. I still
Do
got
you?
mine. Yeah, I just work in it.
People don't know, man.
I just work it. I get under the car in it.
Now it get cold here now. Maybe about a month ago.
Cold.
It was like 2 days.
Hey, what you call cold?
No, it was cold for 2 days.
I'm saying-
but it ain't consistent here.
What you call cold? 30, 30, 32.
If it's 32 up north, that's good right
Yeah,
there,
that ain't
man.
cold. That ain't cold.
And they shut down the city so quick.
Man, we talking cold. You talking
I
about
understand. You by Lake Erie by that water too, right?
man cold. You talking
Ain't
about
the Lake Erie up there in Chicago?
no, Lake Michigan.
Lake Michigan, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
That's
that
what I'm
wind, that wind coming off the lake.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
that wind coming off the lake, man, ain't
Right.
no joke.
That's true.
But no, man, cold
You're right.
below zero,
That's true.
below zero cold.
Right. I'm gonna tell you how John was dedicated too. I don't know if you remember this guy named Mike Johnson before you came around, former vice president. He actually died. And John had moved back to Ohio then, but he drove all the way from Atlanta to Ohio to attend Mike's funeral. Like the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Got on the highway and we paid our respects to him. You know, so he was a trooper, bro. He was definitely a trooper. You know,
Yeah, I
so.
can tell, man. John was a real warrior. I
Yes.
heard it. I heard it in his talking points, man. He didn't play. You know, he was real stern.
Yeah,
you
he
know What I'm
was.
saying? But I mean, he was just conscious.
He was.
He was just a conscious brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And he ran the legal department. He said, Gerald, we
Yeah.
can't fool with this case. It's not enough facts. You know, that's part of a miss. I know I had to do some change. It's gonna take a while for the other legal department to catch on. They're doing a good job. I want to give a shout out to Katina, Ebony, Terica, and Larry. You know, because it still got to continue. But John made a lot of energy turn out complaint forms. You know what I mean? Like we get a case and we don't have enough facts. You know, people just putting emotions down. We won't move forward because he got the final say on what case to take and not to say. So if it get past him, it'll get to me, and then at that point we will call the client back and discuss plan of action.
Yeah.
You know, travel expenses. You know, how we're gonna actually tackle this issue. So, but then I get inbox message, why y'all didn't take this case? I said, hey, I gotta, you know, we don't want to play at your life. We rather have to accept, you know, there's a reason why, because, you know, we don't want to play with people's lives and what they up against. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know?
Well, you know, the emotions is part of it because we can't put a price on human suffering.
Right.
You know, it's a suffering that, you know, like if you lose one of your children,
Right.
if you just, I mean, and I don't mean for you to really take that into consideration. I'm just saying,
I understand.
as
But
just,
I lost my sibling. That was hard. One of my siblings, man.
yeah, just to think about it. You know what I'm saying? It crushed the soul.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
One of our staff members lost his mother, just lost his nephew, just lost his uncle within 2 months span, like back to back to back to back. And I said, I understand, man.
yeah.
You know, I understand. Life is precious, bro. It's very precious. Just thank God that that we still God giving us a chance to wake up every morning and still help our people. Somebody
Yeah.
didn't wake up today. It's just realistic, but we have to think. Be taught. We got to think realistic. That's what goes on. You
Yeah.
know? Might not go to church every day, but I know who's leading this movement. I know who definitely is
Yeah.
him above. That's
Yeah.
definitely doing this.
Yeah,
'Cause he could take all this away.
the whole universe.
Yeah, he could take all this away.
Everything that's in existence.
That's true.
Yeah,
Because again, this is volunteer.
yeah,
Because when you have members locally and remotely, and people that's working remotely, you still got their attention.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're
also-
doing something. We're doing something right.
Right. Well, the phenomenal thing about death that people may not understand is that even though they can predict the weather, they
Okay.
can tell us it's gonna be a
But
shower
you
today.
can't predict. I know what you're going with.
They can tell us that the earthquake gonna happen, the typhoon gonna
Right.
come
Right.
ashore. Everything. But when they warn us, the
Mhm.
people, humans, there's nothing we can do because what's meant for us gonna happen. It's gonna come for us.
You're right.
If it's meant for us, and when it come,
Right.
them people that's in those earthquakes and that bad weather and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
they probably don't even think that this gonna be that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't.
We can't predict our lives. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Yeah, so it
Right.
don't come invited.
True.
It's uninvited.
That's right.
Because ain't nobody welcoming it.
That's right. That's
You
right.
know.
That's right.
You got now you got some people who got it etched in stone. This your death day, because you got the death penalty. They telling you we gonna kill you this day.
Right.
It's in black and white.
That's
This
true.
day here, the government of this particular state, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
gonna put you to death
You're right.
under the law.
Yeah.
That day come, they march them, take them to whatever the death chamber is,
Mhm.
whatever it is, legal injection, cyanide poison,
Mhm.
electric chair,
Right.
fine squad,
Right.
gallows for the hangman,
Right.
a guillotine to chop their head off.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Hey, they got all kinds of ways. And then they'll sling bombs at you. I'm like, man, they got all when they sanction it,
True.
when they sanction death. This man made now. Man is in control of that. They done sanctioned it. We gonna kill on this day. We gonna kill at this time.
So you know when your time coming.
You
You
can-
right. Yeah.
you prepare for it.
True.
But when the creator put it in motion, hey,
You
can't
don't know
nobody
when. You're right.
you can't read the signs. The signs ain't there like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Right.
coming. It's coming with because it's for you.
That's right. That's right.
And ain't nothing you can do. Ain't no running and hiding from it. None of that.
Me
You
and
know?
Josh talk about that all the time. I remember we had our board of directors meeting here in Atlanta a couple of years ago, and I picked him up from the airport, and we had a long discussion on how New Orleans came a long way and how you'll be attacked and things like that. But he said we go get through this, and basically we did. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because it could be rough, man. Because I'm dealing with different personalities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know this does not pay your bills, but this thing is bigger than me. A lot of people in the organization has been victims. Even him, when he was out there, he told me some stories. Like, I was like, wow, I'm glad you still here with us today, just to tell me that he went through all this.
Yeah.
And that's why his mom was very proud of him. People change. His younger brother, man, me and him cool. I remember I went to Columbus and because he used to play semi basketball,
Semi-pro.
pro. I think I want to get that right, but I know he's a good dunker, and stuff like that. So it kind of really hit because he said they lost a brother earlier, than
Mhm.
John and stuff. So they've been going through it. It's just we want to make sure we turn it to like a celebration. You know what I mean? Just remember the good times. Because,
Yeah, I understand that.
yeah. Because you're a witness. We're more family now. I mean, It's just him was here so long. I'm not, used to that. Things like that. So I'm used to that phone call. What's up, G? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that. But I really appreciate all of y'all. That's his voice, G. Rest in peace,
Oh,
bro,
yeah,
John.
man.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, that's a cold piece too.
Yeah.
When you listen
Yeah.
to the lyrics.
Yeah. We're going to go ahead and take a break, man. This has been Real Talk with New Order, live on Power 108.9 Power Radio. Rest in peace, Chief of tongue twisted. Still kind of hard.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Real Talk with New Order live on Power 1089 Power Radio. In the studio, I have my co host, my economic advisor, Anoki Harden. His birthday today.
Yes,
Want to say happy
sir.
birthday again. Today's show, we're celebrating John Drummond, rest in peace, who's the chief of staff of New Order for over 15 years. We just kind of chopping it up, kind of remember the good times, what he did in the community. I remember the last conversation I had when he wanted to come down here and visit or whatever. We ain't had nothing planned. I said, man, you family. You just let me know. Obviously it didn't happen, but he spoke highly of every Redford. He never met Red Fidel in person either, but he felt the spirit from a distance, like your spirit. He said,
Yeah.
man, that Noki Hart, the videos we used to do, he said, man, that brother got some skits. See, we used to talk all the time, like, man, who's that brother Noki Hart? And he always called in, remember?
Yeah.
And the stuff you'll post, he'll share your stuff in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you, like I said, you hadn't met him in person, but you already felt the spirit, like you were saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's what's, what they say about great minds.
Okay.
But also when we see things that's intriguing to us,
Right.
we want to share it.
True.
So that's why I post certain things when I do. I haven't
You
made
ain't post
any.
nothing in a while.
No,
You used
just
to
only
post
like
a lot. You
yeah. That's because a lot of people was telling me I kind of like was a little long winded. I had to kind of like wean my
long-winded,
way
but
up
it's
off
good
of
knowledge, though, man.
yeah.
As long as you got good knowledge, you can be long-winded me all the time. As long as it's good information. I just, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, I just don't want it. I just don't want the message to get lost in translation.
I got you.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
got
So
you.
I kind of like fell back a little bit. You
Right.
know, also a lot of things that be going on in social media kind of like have you feeling some kind of way. Like I ain't got nothing against what other people's desires, they likes, and different
Right,
things
right,
like
right.
that,
Everybody got
man.
their own
But
different opinion.
you
One thing
know,
about me, if somebody disagree with what I post, I don't debate on Facebook. I post what I post. That's it. I'm not gonna have a whole dialogue.
yeah. Now, what I
You
was
feel me?
saying,
You know what I'm saying? How some
yeah,
people get off on that. I don't do
what I
that.
was saying in contrast is that, I mean, it's a lot of stuff that I do like on Facebook,
Hmm.
and it's a lot of things that I don't like.
Right.
So, and
So if you
I
disagree
know,
with something, people get
right, I know how to distinguish between the two. My whole thing is that I don't want to oppose on other folks.
I got you.
So sometimes my posts may not be for everybody.
Got you.
It can
I
be
got
for somebody, but
I
it
got
ain't for everybody.
you. I got
So that's what I wrestle with. That's the dilemma.
you. I got
And
you.
I want to make it for everybody, but I know everything
Everybody,
ain't for
right,
everybody.
right.
So even though it
Cause
may
you
be
dealing
my
with
desire,
people, man, you really don't know, and things, and until they know you and stand for you, they will understand. But if they can't walk in your shoes, they would never know. They would never
yeah.
know.
Well, it ain't hard to offend folks, and the people we offend turn into some of our biggest enemies.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
everybody in your circle ain't really your friend.
nah, man, them the ones you offend,
Right.
and they be friends first, and then they be
Right.
enemies. You know,
Right. I
because
mean, you
they
gotta
was
let stuff
offended.
go, man.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not
I
gonna be
mean,
worrying.
that's what I guess being a bigger person is all about.
That's true. Yeah.
Being able to let it go.
Right. Right. Life is too short.
Yeah,
John's death really taught me something. I don't want to, let stuff just keep. Person might disagree or doing this, doing that. I just let it go.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. Well, John demise is it's a tragic loss for us as a whole because what he brought to the table.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Right. Right.
I think that if we had the ability or the time to have witnessed or
Right.
got more of it,
Right.
I think we'll probably been able to appreciate it
That's true.
a little more. But
I found out, man. I worked nights, and I woke up. I got all these text messages, and then when Leonard said, "Gerald, you okay?" I automatically put two to two together. I said, "Damn, this got to be John situation," and because they knew how we was close as friends. Like, "You all right, bro?" Then I went on Facebook. Then I really got official when his brother said, "Rest in peace, bro." I was like, "Oh man," because I had just talked to him. I'm like, "Man, some kind of relapse," and then I was like, "Wow." You really caught me off guard, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah, but I think it was like right after my uncle had passed, So, but like I said, I know John wasn't blood related, but it was like, when I had death in my family, whatever, he was there for me.
yeah,
We got to give him his flowers, And I'm hoping we get a good crowd next Saturday at 1:00. This thing is bigger than me. It's about how you knew John or whatever. And everybody I talked to, even though I might have had some disagreements with them, they say John was cool. And they know me and John was real, had my back.
yeah,
There was a young lady in Dayton, Ohio named Kenya. She said, Gerald, John had your back for real. He spoke highly of you. I mean, he didn't play about me. I mean, we kind of protect each other. But when I seen it, I was like, she's really right. And things like that. Like I said before, if I'm wrong with something, he'll come at me. But I understand why, because we're growing so fast. And he want to make sure that, any kind of conflict can hurt us in the long run. You know what I mean?
right,
Joe, you need to stop that now. Whatever you got to do. You know what I mean? So I understand why he did that.
yeah,
It's for the long run. Because the
Yeah.
more we grow, we're gonna get more haters.
Yeah.
It comes with the territory.
Well, I mean, you know,
And just dealing with this type of work, man, I see it.
yeah. Well, you know, I mean, people's gonna have they got in their mind they can find any reason to hate you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Um, the point the thing is to try to get them to respect you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna hate me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people that you gonna hate me because you ain't found no reason to align yourself with me.
Mm-hmm.
See, if they can find a reason, like you know, in most cases, we got a lot in common
Mm-hmm.
because our struggle is the same. We ain't doing the same injustice.
Right.
We ain't doing the same economical strife. We ain't doing some of the same things. So how is it so impossible for us to make peace? You know, it can't be impossible. It's not impossible.
True.
But people just choose to hate or be angry about anything. And it's always a negative scenario. What if you would have shot me with your imaginary gun? What if you would have did this to me?
Right,
Yeah, you
right.
just making up stuff
Right. Right.
because it didn't happen.
Right.
So if you saying what if, why don't you what if you had $300 billion or something?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna what if you know from an optimistic perspective instead of a pessimistic point of view.
Mm-hmm.
They always pessimistic or negative about whatever they trying to the message they trying to bring and say, oh, what if you would have cut my leg off when you threw the knife and the knife would have bounced off the wall, bounced off the building, bounced
Right.
off the table,
Right.
and
Right.
cut my leg off,
Right.
or
Right.
cut me, or ran into my, different things that we know the probability of it's happening is almost astronomical, and it ain't about to happen. But they done painted this picture to drive this narrative just to have a problem with you.
Right. Right.
You know?
Yeah. We also talk sports together because he a big Ohio State fan. I know I'm from Ohio, but I'm a big Michigan fan. And we talk sports all the time. He liked the Packers and stuff. So it was more just organization.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
I
said,
don't
we
like.
done got y'all twice now. Michigan
I
beat
don't-
y'all twice
I
now.
don't like the Packers.
I don't know who. And then I'm tired of hearing about the Aaron Rodgers every year, man.
Yeah, I like Aaron Rodgers though.
But he ain't far as playoffs. Because he got one ring, but he doesn't showed up in the playoffs lately. And then you got to hear this mess about him, man.
Well, you know these.
Well, you know Mahomes.
man, look, these young guys, man.
Mahomes
These young guys, man, is
coming into the league.
man. They taking that quarterback situation, man, to a whole nother level, man.
Patrick Mahomes.
Man, I'm talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
And Jalen, what was it?
Hurts. Yeah.
Man.
They thought he wasn't gonna make it. Look what he did.
Man, these guys playing.
Yeah.
These guys playing, man. I'm talking about they. And I'm quite sure it's some more young guys that's gonna be talented, and
Right.
because I mean you got to make it there.
Right. Also,
know?
man, we got some more talented people came into the organization, bro. I mean, we got Brother Ali Mims, who worked remotely from Savannah. He went and spoke at the Georgia Works the last time we went. Oh, my God. He was a beast, man. You know, and then we got some other new people that you haven't met, man. We get this organization is elevating. You know, and I'm just excited, man. Like I said, like he said before we went on air, when I'm not here, you automatic holds it down. You know, you still ain't missed a day. Today your birthday. I was thought, man, I'm like German chill day. Look at you up in the studio.
Well, to me, it's just another day.
I got you.
You
right.
know, another
right.
day, another day, another dollar.
That's true.
You know, so
That's true.
and
I just
you know,
love the commitment, man. You know, from the research department, marketing, just the youth and outreach. You know, they went last weekend. They was downtown giving out clothes and stuff, and I mean, it's just the dedication, man. Because again, they realize is that it's bigger than me. You know, and more programs and stuff is coming my way. Matter of fact, I reached out to Roland Martin the other day, and Ben Crump. Yep. And Ben Crump office responded. Roland Martin having that yet, but they respond. I kind of explained what we do. You know, I gave them a couple high profile cases we was involved with, and it was kind of very. And they know this man getting pulled everywhere. It's just the fact that I still want them to know that what we do in the community. So if we can make a call or something, you know what I'm saying?
Right, network.
You know, yeah.
Like
You gotta
we
remember, man. You gotta crawl before you walk. Ben Crumb didn't just woke up and
yeah.
did what it is. It's like us. We're still crawling, but now I'm connecting the dots. That's why everybody can't go to the next level with you.
Right. Not only
know.
that, you when you plug in with other people,
That's right.
you know, cause they got resources.
Yeah.
They got sources. It's all kinds of different things that they get and knowledge
Mm-hmm.
and a wealth of experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of things that they can instruct in order to guide peoples correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing we got to do is be willing to receive whatever the information is.
Mm-hmm. I talked to a homegirl of mine, I think before you got here, and she was like, "Can I come on your show?" I said, "What is the platform?" She just wrote a book and stuff. She said, and she was like, "Oh wow, I feel honored coming on your show." I said, "Why is that?" Because I didn't know if I was that important. I said, "Why you say that?" You know, she was like her whole attitude changed. Man, I'm coming on Real Talk with New Order. I'm like, it's just
Right.
I mean, if I got if you got something that you could bring, I'm not like that. You know what I
Right.
mean? But she put it like, I guess she followed me on Facebook and see all the guests that's been on the show and what we talk about. She just felt through. I say, look, if you're doing something positive and then you're from my hometown, I gotta look out. See, our people, we gotta look out for each other, man. Because somebody looked out for me when I first moved here. You know what I'm saying? Of who to talk to, not to talk to, the contact. So somebody looked out for me. So if I could help somebody, why would I hold that information?
Right.
And I don't like that, bro.
And not only that, New Order is because of the peoples, for the people.
Right,
You know, it's not because of New Order.
right.
It's because of the people.
That's right.
So some peoples may not understand why New Order is New Order.
Mm-hmm.
They probably thinking New Order is just another gang
Mm-hmm.
or another, and they, cause I don't know. I'm just assuming that some people probably think anytime black folks band together, they band together to become some type of gang or some type of organized group of people
Mm-hmm.
negatively, not organized group of people positively.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to lead people's man down righteous path.
Right.
Yeah, they, you know,
Right.
they think we young thug and slime
Right,
life.
now,
We
we got some smart
right. You
people with degrees.
They probably
man.
think you King Slime now. Hey, Gerald King
Yeah,
Slime.
I just know how to speak to people, you know. I try to think outside the box. You know, when I say I'm gonna reach out to Roland Martin or Trump, people looking at me like I'm crazy. I mean, if you don't try, you never know. Am I right?
Yeah.
You know, so that's how I look at things. My dad always tell me that. You gotta think outside the box. You know, look at this radio show we have now. We went, we was on another one. Look, we had Martin Luther King III, remember? I never thought we had
Mhm.
Martin Luther King III on the show. You remember that?
Yeah.
Who else we had on that other old radio show? We had some.
Yeah. Well, you
We
can't forget.
Remember
Dr.
the young lady
Lamar
D.
shit,
Hagler?
Richie.
Yeah, look at Rashad now, bro.
You can't forget him.
It's a privilege that we know him like that. He done blew up, man.
Yeah. Hey, and I hope.
And then you remember D. Hagler, the young lady that ran for office?
Yeah.
Do you see what they're doing now?
Well, no.
And see, they down to earth. I called them. You know how you get to these people get to a certain point, they get real big, they act like they too good to. I'll give him a call. What's up, like Rashad? What's up, Gerald? You know what I'm saying? Even though
Right.
he's a busy man, but them true friends, man.
Yeah.
Them my true friends.
Yeah. Because
But see, they
anytime.
take us serious too now.
Yeah.
What we're doing.
Yeah. Anytime anybody give you any time,
That's right.
that's because time is money.
That's right.
And money is time.
That's right.
Somebody give you some time, they give you,
Right.
that's money. I mean,
Right.
you might.
Even John's situation, Tom Jones from Channel 2, certain reporters was like, man, I'm sorry about your brother, about your staff members. Like the media reporters was hitting me up. Man, I'm sorry about you know. I mean, they're watching. They might not say nothing, but when I posted that, everybody and their mama was hitting. Man, they knew we had that friendship, and there was people that never say nothing on my posts. But that means they're watching. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, they watching.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
so that's why I even kind of watch what I put on social media. I want to know about your personal life.
Yeah, they watching for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, and the reason
See, if
being,
I go on there and say something negative, they might make a story out of it.
right? The reason being is they successful with information.
Right. And
You know?
a lot of people's on there just to report, just to get information. Don't think they're your friends now.
Yeah,
They all about getting the story.
yeah.
You know.
And then they got no problem with spread misinformation.
Right.
Yeah,
This is the wrong business to be weak-minded, bro. I mean, if you can't handle the criticism, people coming after you. I get it all the time. You know, if you can't take that, you're in the wrong business. It will break you down, but it makes me stronger because the man above know how much I'm serious I am. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, people are going through. You know, that's why it take all of us. Everybody in the organization has a talent. It's some stuff I had learned from you. You know what I'm saying? From Red, you know, the new guy. I mean, John, of course, he's not here no more. I learned a lot from y'all, man. You know.
yeah. Well, that's the importance of these
Brother
relationships.
June, you know June, the new guy.
Yeah, I know June.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
that's a
that's-
smart
you know,
brother
that's
from
my-
New York. Yeah,
That's my man. That's,
Yeah.
I really
I'm like,
enjoy
bro,
that
I'm
brother.
surprised ain't nobody really snatched you up. Other organs, he said, man, people used to backstab. He'll come up with the idea, but they wouldn't recognize him. Now he the one came up with that unity conference idea. I didn't come, you know what I'm saying? And I acknowledge him. That's why we say not I, but we. We
Yeah,
all in this together. So that shows me when you come up with something, that means you really care. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You know, Leonard, you know, he keeps up with our website, man. Make sure that our 501c3 is updated. You know, that's just, you know, he's kind of quiet, but as a VP, he's a smart brother, man. You know, he'll kind of like, look, Jerry, you need to, you know, we need to do this, do that, or whatever. Maria, that co-host with you,
yeah.
remember Maria? Yeah, we got some tight people, bro. I know who's
Hey, don't
New
forget
Order
Red
from.
Fidel.
Of course, yeah.
You know.
He would have been, like I said, he called me, say he couldn't make it. He didn't do no show. You know, once you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. You know, when I have conference calls or whatever, they're there. Because basically we're doing something right because, you know, they don't have the attitude we're wasting their time.
Right.
That's why I try to keep people busy, man.
And not only that, if they understand your level of commitment, why would theirs be any lower?
True.
You know what I'm saying? So
But no one's gonna have that drive like me.
yeah, because you supposed to be you set the tempo.
Right.
You lead the example.
Right.
So they just follow.
Right.
Or we just follow.
Right.
The point being though is that you can't expect people to do more than
True.
you gonna do.
True.
So when they willing to do as much as they do, they only do because they reciprocating.
True.
They watching what you do and they mimicking it.
True.
So they doing it as well. I mean, I'm not saying they did not already have it in their work
True.
ethics.
Right.
I'm just saying that it gave them another sensibility to drive
Mhm.
even harder. You just was the almost like the impetus,
Right. Right.
you know, to give them that motivation
Right.
to afford a little farther.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's almost like that motivational push.
Right.
Yeah.
Another attorney just came on board that can practice law in every state. You know, just came on board and he respect what we're doing. So now we have 4 attorneys. You know, and I know it costs money to retain them, but you know, but they look at our information like this organization is, they not stupid, it's really growing. That can really help them too. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, so because I wouldn't be a part of no organization if I don't have an attorney within that's protecting me legal wise. That's just me. You know, because there's a lot of stuff out there. You know, you
Yeah.
might get arrested one day, protest and rally. I know I can get one of our attorneys to get me out. I don't have to like, hey, do you know somebody? You know what I'm saying? I got
Right.
that. We got that direct contact. Or maybe one of the staff members might get hemmed up or something. I know I can. Hey, this is what's going on. Instead of like oh man, who can I get to? You know what I mean?
Right. Well, and to the point you're making is that we have a constitutional right to assemble.
Right.
You know,
Right.
to to assemble
Right.
into an organization, to
That's
an
true.
organized body.
That's right.
We got a right to do that.
That's right.
What they try to do, when I say they, I'm talking about those the ones who oppose the human right charges that we trying to champion.
Right.
The human right violators,
Right. Right.
so to speak.
Right.
What they trying to do is they trying to quiet the movement or distinguish it because they don't want their position to be exposed.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want the abuse by the police to be exposed. They don't want the murder of the police to be exposed. They don't want all the human rights abuses that's being perpetuated by law enforcement to be acknowledged.
Mm-hmm.
They wanna hide in secrecy
Mm-hmm.
or sweep it under the rugs, so to speak. They don't want to be exposed for who they really are. So they gonna do everything that they can to prevent this type of information from exposing them
Right.
for the people that they really are.
That's true.
You know,
That's true.
and this
That's
this is what happened in Memphis.
Hmm.
This is what's happening all across the country.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna
See-
be somebody else.
Yeah, because see the police.
Camera phone ain't everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see the police. The police got a credibility that was already afforded to them. Police said it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
They accepting it. They just ain't gonna come in here and just lie on nobody.
Right.
But
right.
they would,
Right.
cause they human beings
Right.
with whatever nefarious intent they got. I can't tell you, but these peoples are coming in and just lie on folks.
Right.
And you will have peoples doing 20, 30, 40, 50 years in prison because the police was courageous enough
Mm-hmm.
to come in there and lie.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you another thing that's good. There's a young lady that joined from Pittsburgh. Her husband's incarcerated, and for some reason there has been a disconnect between the attorney and the wife as far as what's going on with my husband's case, right? And I said, let me see what I can do. And I ended up calling the office to kind of explain who I am and all that. They did their research. And the attorney, he said, man, I heard of you. I was like, you heard of me? Because this attorney's all the way in Pennsylvania. And you're doing some great things or whatever. So basically, the tides has turned, and I was wondering, what's going on with this case and things. After reading the discovery and all the paperwork, this guy is really innocent. And I seen the information was going back and forth. To make a long story short, it's like this attorney ended up joining the organization. His resume is off the chain. Smart brother. And he could practice law in Illinois, Wisconsin, and New York. But according to his paralegal, he could practice law everywhere. And I just sent him a case that happened in Illinois, Champaign, Illinois, where we're going up there. Matter of fact, Red going with me to expose this hospital where a guy in New Order had a power of attorney over his mother. They can't do nothing without getting his permission. And they just started giving his mother medicine, all type of stuff. She ended up dying. So we have a possible lawsuit, and it possibly killed his mom. And so I sent him that case, and the paralegal was like, wow, all this going on. I mean, he got his paperwork together. So it's just weird how God brings people into your life of what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because the first thing, he respect what we do as an organization, because they, as attorney, they don't want to fool with people who are going to be wasting their time. You know what I'm saying? It's a hustle game. And he really liked what we were doing and stuff like that resume. He was like, I told him we already have like 3 attorneys already on staff. He was like, I would be interested in joining them as another legal person that you can, you know what I'm saying? And stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'm telling you, whatever information you got out there, you got to be consistent. You If you're an activist, you're an activist 24/7. If you get what I'm saying, because I'm comfortable to send people to my Facebook page. Because that's all that's that I'm posting. And John was like, you got to be consistent. Because some people put other stuff, and I understand. Sometimes you want to put other stuff, but me, that's just me. Because
Right.
that's just my sister said, Joe, you're being too serious. I said,
Yeah.
I'm on a mission.
Well, people.
I take what I'm doing very, because I wouldn't even be on social media if I wasn't doing New Order. Because I will get bored, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. You feel me?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said before, it's stuff that I don't like, but that's not my business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I ain't got no comment, on that. It's but the whole thing is we gotta, and I was told this here.
What's that?
You gotta learn how to live and let live.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So what I do is, when we take New Order and its struggles, I'm the only reason why I'm going to, because see, I want to live like that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what resonate with me. So I'm willing to go that way because I identify with it.
Gotcha.
But now if I don't identify with it, then I'm not a part of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But because I'm not a part of it, don't make me oppose it
Gotcha.
or have a negative perspective of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if I did learn something, I ain't got to turn it into a negative.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because some people will do that. They'll come in, you welcome into your home, they find out you got roaches, they're going to make it and turn it into a negative situation.
Right.
Hey, look, I ain't create them.
Right. Right.
These roaches here, yeah, they probably came from next door. I don't know where they came from.
Right.
They ain't paying rent. If you
Right.
ask me, I got a problem with them too.
Right.
The same, but I just ain't got the same problem you got.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got a problem because they ain't paying for their room and board.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Then they all in my food.
Right.
You crawling where I don't want you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you are not an invited guest, you uninvited. 'Cause I'll tell you what to do and where to go.
Right. You so silly. Right.
Yeah, well,
Right.
yeah.
What they like about you, you be down to earth, man. You speak your mind.
Yeah, man.
Don't hold nothing back.
Yeah.
You know.
But I'm like I just respect people's now because I done matured.
Right. Right.
Right.
Now, how many siblings you got now? You got.
Yeah, I still got all of them except two. My brother and my sister passed.
Okay.
So I got
So you had a sister pass.
yeah.
How long ago she been?
She just passed away.
Oh, recently?
Yeah, before I came down here.
Oh, that ain't too long.
Yeah.
Because you've been in Georgia about, what, 4 years now?
Yeah, about 4 years ago.
Okay.
Well, actually about 5 years now because it was right before I got here.
Oh, okay.
She had passed away. Yeah.
Okay. That's still kind of hurting you?
Well, no, not really because from
Was she previous sick?
from God we came, to God we will return.
Gotcha.
So I don't mope about it. I mean, when watching my mother pass, I was emotionally, engulfed, but then I was willing to let it go.
Right.
Yep.
Well, that might be our signal, man. To hear his voice one more last time singing this song. So, like you said, he was a true freedom fighter.
Yeah.
And I asked one of the staff members, I said, "Are we giving him too many flowers?" And the young lady said, "No, because John been with you for a long time. I know that's a shock. But like you said earlier, some people take death. I mean, I don't like grieve every day. I just remember like, dang, John vision and came true, man. Now he's not here to continue to go on this journey with us,
Right.
and stuff like that. So I just
But he most definitely can live on through us.
That's right. Want to dedicate this show to him, and like I said, next Saturday at 1 o'clock we gonna be in off of Lawrenceville Highway. We're gonna be at the Golden Corral, and the public's invited. We're just gonna have another celebration. And whoever wants to get up and talk about the good times about John did in the organization and things like that. So, but and I'm gonna just be honest with you. on our website, I don't know if you had a chance to see it. He has a page just for himself. Leonard hooked it up. Yeah, he hooked it up. He said, Joe, I understand. So we just got to continue to do his work, man.
Yes,
Do
sir.
God's work, through us. We got a couple business trips coming up. A plane came in from Jacksonville, Florida, Champaign, Illinois. So people recognizing us, bro. If social media shut down today, we would still exist and will continue to be above water. All these other people, that's what they're doing, I question. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So we done did hard work for many years. I think we wouldn't even lose a beat without social media. I think we'll be okay. But obviously social media helped New Order. I mean, that's how I met you and your cousin. If it wasn't for social media. So it's a good tool as far as what we're doing, the platform. I know it had kind of really helped out or whatever. So we got to wrap it up, man. I really appreciate what you're doing. I know your schedule is kind of tough during the week, but you always here every second and fourth Saturday in the studio. And I really appreciate that. That's just been Real Talk with New Order live on Power 108.9, the radio. Any final thing you just want to say?
Oh yeah, man. Let's keep John in mind and prayer.
We definitely do that. Rest in peace, big bro. Chief of Staff, forever, for life.